Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we're outside, which is nice. I've got some of my trees outside, which you saw. But this one here is one of the ficuses that I have, and I did a kind of an emergency repot this past winter because the pot wasn't draining very well, and really it needs to be in a bigger pot. Is kind of what. I saw some comments on that, and then, after looking at it, yes, it does need to be in a bigger pot. So I got a hold of a different pot here. So I think today we're just we're first week of April or so. Here in Texas, my nighttime temperatures are in the 50s and 60s, and daytimes it's getting up close to 80. So a lot of my trees are outside now, but I'm not going to do a lot of root work because I like to wait till it gets a little bit warmer to do, any major root work on ficuses and tropicals. But I do think that this desperately needs a bigger pot. So today we're just going to do kind of a slip pot. Not going to mess with the roots a whole lot, just to get it into something a little more of a healthy size, I think. So go ahead and get some soil in here. I've already put the drainage screen in. Not sure I'm going to have to wire it in yet, but we'll see how it sits in here to see if we're going to need to or not. We might end up having to, but we'll see what it looks like here. It should just slip out. Yeah. So even since the repot, it's put, it's grown quite a bit. But like I said, I'm not going to mess with the roots a whole lot just because it's not quite warm enough. I'm just going to kind of maybe rough up a few of the edges ones. Kind of leave it in the same soil. The soil's still good because it's just some of the same soil that I repotted it in the winter time. So I think we're still good there. I think I'll offset it just a little bit off to the right there in the pot because I've got this big root over here which kind of balances the right side out. Get it nestled in there enough. See if it's too high or if it needs to. I think that's probably a good height there. So we'll get some more soil in. Just using the chopstick here just to get the soil under the roots. We don't have any air pockets. Forgot to bring my turntable out here, which would have been a little bit easier way to do this, but I think I'll manage. A little bit more soil. And for the soil, I'm just using my lava, akadama, and pumice mix. And this just takes a little bit of time to get this in, and I'm not really stabbing at the roots. I'm just kind of pushing the chopstick in and then just kind of giving it a little swivel, and it causes the soil just to nestle down in there. And I go in at an angle towards the center of the roots. It just helps the soil nestle in under the root ball. If you can see that here, when I do that, it just kind of creates a little whirlpool, and the soil just kind of falls down into the hole, the void that you create by doing that. And this part I try not to get in a hurry on. It'd be easy to do, but just make sure that I'm extra careful to make sure everything's nestled in. Now, this isn't going to be a very long video, just a quick repot, because I'm not going to do any pruning. I'm just going to let it recover in from the repot, and I'll prune it up as it grows throughout the summer. But today it's just I'm more worried about the repot, getting it in some bigger pot where the roots are free to grow, and the soil drains better. It was definitely needing it, because even after I repotted it and trimmed some of the roots back in the winter time, it still wasn't draining that well. So I'm hoping the big pot or the bigger pot helps. Yeah, it's nestled in there pretty tight, so I shouldn't have to worry about wiring it in. It shouldn't come out of the pot. And then if you saw on my bench, I've got wire going up over the pot and the tree anyway, just to keep it tied down to the bench so it doesn't fall off the bench, and that'll help keep the tree in the pot too. I think that'll just about do it today. Can't really give you a spin around today because didn't really do much to the tree, and I don't have my turntable out here. But I'll do that next time once it grows a little bit. Some of these branches over here are starting to kind of point back up. It's just their natural way. And these over here I still have wired to where they're more horizontal, which is kind of the look that I'm going for. So I'll probably have to do some detail wiring to bring these back down later this summer, but I'll do that later here in another month or so, and I'll make another video when I do that, just to kind of reshape it and get it going. But today was just more about getting it into a nice big pot and let it continue to grow and be healthy out in the sun. So let me go ahead and put it back on the table here.